So here you are again, overthinking, questioning yourself, replaying conversations in your head, critiquing your appearance, your choices, your timing, your progress, and your life. And if we're being honest, many of us have spent years doing exactly that. What is it that makes us believe there is some universal standard of perfection we're all supposed to live up to? The perfect smile, the perfect weight, the perfect body, the perfect relationship, the perfect career, perfect timeline, and the perfect life. Somewhere along the way, many of us unconsciously started measuring ourselves against standards that were never truly ours to begin with. We compare ourselves to people online, to society's expectations, to timelines we created in our minds, and to versions of success that may not even align with who we truly are. And slowly, without even realizing it, we begin living more for perception than for peace. I know this because for a long time, I lived there too. For as long as I can remember, I was always striving for perfection, not just physically, but emotionally, professionally, and personally as well. I cared deeply about how I was perceived. I wanted my decisions to make sense. I wanted my timing to feel right. I wanted to feel fully prepared before taking major leaps in life. And because of that mindset, some of the biggest opportunities and experiences I desired were delayed. Not because I lacked ability, and not because I lacked potential, but because I believed there had to be a perfect time to begin. I thought I needed more preparation, more certainty, more confidence, and more validation. I was waiting for the moment when fear disappeared completely and everything finally felt perfectly aligned. But life has a way of teaching you things that comfort never could. Sometimes circumstances push you into growth before you feel ready. Sometimes life nudges you in the edge so strongly that you eventually realize you have no choice but to fly. And looking back now, I realized something important. There is no perfect time to start becoming who you were meant to be. There is no perfect timeline for growth. There is no magical moment where fear disappears and suddenly everything feels easy. Many of the experiences that shape your life happen while you're still figuring things out, while you're still healing, still growing, still learning yourself, still becoming. And maybe that's the point. Because growth was never meant to happen after perfection. Growth happens through the process. I think one of the biggest shifts I experienced in my early 30s was realizing how much of my perception of myself had been influenced by external expectations. What society said success should look like, what people believed my timeline should be, what beauty standards were considered acceptable, and what level of accomplishment was supposed to make me feel enough. But the problem with constantly seeking approval externally is that it disconnects you from yourself internally. And mindset creates pressure, and pressure has a way of trapping people inside their own heads. Overthinking, second-guessing, critiquing, doubting. Meanwhile, life is still moving, and opportunities are still waiting. That's why self-love became so important in my own journey. Not surface-level self-love, not just affirmations and positivity. I'm talking about the kind of self-love that requires you to build your relationship with yourself from the inside out. The kind that teaches you your worth is not based on perfection. Your timeline does not need to match anyone else's. Your flaws do not erase your value, and your journey does not have to look conventional to still be meaningful. Because the truth is, there's only one you. One mind, one perspective, one voice, one journey, one life. And that alone makes you valuable. So whether you want to write that book, start the business, learn the instrument, change careers, become healthier, travel more, speak publicly, or heal emotionally, or you know what, completely reinvent yourself, you are allowed to begin before you feel perfectly ready. You are allowed to grow imperfectly. You are allowed to evolve at your own pace. But first, you have to get out of your head. You have to stop letting fear, overthinking, comparison, insecurity, and perfectionism convince you that you're incapable of creating the life you desire. If you're listening to this right now, Your timeline is still moving, your story is still unfolding, and there is still room for expansion, healing, growth, joy, purpose, and new experiences ahead of you. So instead of constantly focusing on how far you think you still need to go, pause for a minute and acknowledge how far you've already come. The battles you survived, the lessons you learned, the growth you fought for, the strength you developed quietly. Give yourself more credit. You are doing better than you think. And while the world may constantly pressure you to become more, don't forget to appreciate the version of yourself that kept going through every season that tried to break you. Keep expanding, keep believing, keep becoming. And most importantly, learn to see your life through your own eyes with optimism, not through the limited perceptions of others. Give grace daily.